Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Yo, guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola, amigos. This is Billy Sheehan.
Hey, guys, this is John Karabi.
Hey, guys, it's Leva Leone.
What's up, guys? Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
What's up, everybody? It's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey, this is Cody Howell.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
My name's Reggie, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
The most amazing things that can happen to a human being will happen to you if you lower your expectations. Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Hola, greetings. and welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. This is episode 96. The 96th episode of the Weekly Pour podcast. If you're watching, great. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And I don't know, maybe even Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. I don't know. But welcome. If you're in, please hit the thumbs up so we know you're there. Jump into the chat. Of course, this is on YouTube. If you're chatting on Facebook or you just don't like YouTube, then do the same thing. Hit the like button and say something. If you're watching, you can obviously see the picture that we have up here. We're simply waiting for we're waiting for Kathy to show up because this is Kathy's dog, and I'm going to pull it down for now because we'll wait till she shows up, and she will eventually. I have no doubt. And we'll talk about it then, because I have some questions.
I have a question. Shannon's in the chat. Hello, Shannon.
Welcome, Shannon.
When will we stop? When will we stop saying formerly Twitter when we refer to X?
But I don't know. Maybe when people understand that X is Twitter, or I don't know. It's too much.
I think they do.
Oh.
You know, and why change the name in the first place? It's a well-known established brand that you bought, Elon Musk bought.
That's why.
Lots and lots. I get it. Lots of money. I get it that he wants to put his stamp on it. But man, everyone knew it as Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to rename Facebook when somebody buys it? It's going to become why?
I thought that's what they were doing when Mark Zuckerberg announced Meta, changing the company name to Meta.
Good
and
call.
I originally thought changing the name of Facebook. I'm like, man, no one wants to say Meta all the time. Just like no one wants to say X.
No, if I'm going to say X, it's going to be because I'm referencing DX something. I don't know.
Although Elon is of our generation, which is why he named it X.
Right. Because we're Gen X.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do, right? We can't do the other thing. Yeah.
Like that?
Ugh.
I like that.
Yeah. Urgh. That's how we out. That's our out. You know, we're leaving the show. No more jokes. We're not ending it funny. We're just.
No. It's a battle cry.
Yeah. If you're around, that's it. And everybody's going to be like, what's that? Nobody will be able to hear it, but they'll see it. I don't know. So, yeah. If you're listening after this live broadcast, welcome. Go back, reread the chat, because usually it's funny. One thing I notice, Shannon has made an announcement that she is in Canada right now.
She did. She got there yesterday.
Welcome from Canada.
Am I right? Yesterday? My days are mixing together.
That's okay.
I think it was. But yeah, she's up there visiting family, friends, Canadians.
Excellent.
Of all kinds.
Nice. I also noticed that we happen to be missing our original moderator.
We're missing a lot of people. You can tell it's summertime. Almost.
Yeah, I know.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, it's not even summertime till what? Thursday?
Right. And it's 110 degrees outside.
Literally just getting ready to say that myself.
Yeah. So, I mean, you would think people would be rushing in to watch our show, but.
Right. Because it should be cool in your house. Anyway, we're looking for Natalie. She's not there. Sandra's in. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. If you don't have a date for after the show, I would like to date you. I mean, that's right. I mean, I don't know. She made a mention that
I've been waiting months for you to ask.
I've
Months.
thought about it, but I never got around to it. I'm nervous, I guess.
Shy. You're shy.
Yeah, I'm shy. I have so if you're watching and you see me look to, I guess it would be your right if you're watching. It looks like we have a horrible connection because I'm watching it live on the YouTubes as it's going, and yeah, looks really crappy. So I apologize.
It,
Hopefully you can hear it fine. And then I get a
it looks
text.
it looks good on our end.
Well, of course. I don't know. I don't know why. Literally don't know why I'm watching it when I don't really need to. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's 110 degrees outside.
Yeah, my internet is just whacked again.
So I've been told, and I don't know how much truth there is to this, that heat affects the internet.
I think it does. I think the rain does as well. She's getting Chinese food, my wife.
Shouldn't she be getting like French fries covered in gravy?
That's later. But where she's at, they have some fantastic Chinese food.
Hold up.
It's fantastic.
It's Canada.
I know that. I know. But they too have Chinese restaurants.
Okay.
And some stellar ones. The one she goes to is really, really good. And every time we go, I'm with her, we fail to get Chinese food.
Well, but yet you're not there.
Right. It's strange how it happens that way. I don't know what the deal is.
Hey, look, I just got a date with Sandra. She says you got it. Call me.
Oh, you can get Chinese food.
Oh, I could go up to Canada and get some Chinese food. I guess that's not too bad considering we have a really good Mexican restaurant here in our location.
Exactly. And
two, actually. I am stuck on one of them right now.
Are you?
Yeah. Have been twice in less than a week.
For Chinese around here, we struggle a bit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the one place we did like locally closed.
Yep.
COVID hurt it. Like so many other businesses, COVID, I think, knocked it out of business. But
exactly.
But yeah, that's what she does. She goes up there without me, gets Chinese food.
That's interesting.
It's really, yeah.
Is she driving or flying?
Oh, she drove.
Oh, so she could bring you some back in a cooler.
She could, but I don't think that'll happen.
You just got to warm it up in the microwave and you'll be good.
Yeah, you could do that. But I don't think we'll do that. Huh. I think it's just some sort of little, you didn't get it, but I did kind of thing. You know, wives.
Yeah, kind of like rub it in, be like, hey, well, don't talk about my wife. I just got a date with Sandra. So if she finds that out, I'll be in trouble. I'm just saying.
You were talking about something before I interrupted you.
I don't know. We were talking about Chinese food in Canada and all that. Happy Juneteenth tomorrow, by the way.
It's a holiday.
It is a middle of the week holiday. I'm not sure. I might dig this though. Work 2 days, get a day off, work 2 more, and then be off again. I could get used to that.
You know, and it's a day I'm off and I can sleep in, but I'm not going to because I have so much to do.
Yeah. This is almost like a 32-hour work week.
Oh, that's come up on a couple articles I've seen lately.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you know, she's getting the Chinese food, but tomorrow I get stuck taking the dogs to the groomer.
You can stop by and pick up a cat and get a free meal at the local Chinese restaurant that's still open. Worth a shot. The hell is she having for lunch?
Poutine.
What the hell is that?
That's the stuff you're talking about with the French fries and the gravy.
Well, then just call it French fries and gravy.
Because it's got mozzarella cheese on top.
Call it French fries, gravy, and cheese.
That's too many words. Poutine covers it.
Oh, okay. See, and nobody talks about stuff like that, but yet last week we want to bash my eggs and peanut butter.
Oh my gosh. We're back to that.
No, we're not. No, not even going to. I'm just saying.
Fries, gravy, and cheese go together. That makes sense.
So does peanut butter and eggs.
No, that makes no sense.
I disagree. Everyone in the chat disagreed.
Because you grew up poor. You grew up poor, and you only had two things: government eggs and government peanut butter.
With government cheese.
And government cheese.
But we didn't put the cheese on the
Powdered government milk.
Yes.
Actually, all jokes aside, we had a lot of that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And my mother thought it was a godsend.
It was. Absolutely. Yeah. And beans. You can't forget the bag of beans.
Except for the powdered milk.
Yeah, we didn't have powdered milk.
Oh, it was terrible.
No. How do you get powdered milk if there's no powdered cows?
Well, I don't know what the process is.
How do you dehydrate milk to make it powdery?
You can dehydrate anything.
Your next thing you're going to tell me is you can milk anything with nipples.
You can't?
I don't know. I don't know, Greg. I've got nipples. Could you milk me? I love that movie. I love that movie. My watch just decided to alert me of something. Apparently my heart rate is up.
Because you got fired up over the eggs and peanut butter.
Fired up over the eggs and peanut butter. Nat is having issues getting on her YouTube account. That sounds like a personal issue.
Is that like what happened to Shannon last week?
Could very well be.
Have my kids been over there hijacking her internet and her YouTube?
Could be. And maybe it's a YouTube issue because I just said a while ago how we were told that our connection was off on YouTube. I'm going back to it now just to see if it's clear. Yeah, it looks fine to me. No, it doesn't. It does look weird. Yeah. Let me go to Facebook. Isn't this great? This is like the best way to do an episode. You just talk about random shit that's actually going on with your show as it's live. Yeah, in real time. This is like Fox News or CNN or whatever it is. See, I am looking on the Book of Face, and it looks absolutely perfect. So yeah, it's a YouTube issue. Who owns YouTube?
Google. Is that right?
I don't know.
I believe Google owns YouTube.
Does. I did not know that.
Yeah.
YouTube
they
is
are
American online.
They are the Disney of the digital world.
Good call. Oh, welcome, Natalie.
On her backup account.
Good grief.
Who has a backup YouTube account?
I don't know. Like, that'd be like, oh, here's my burner phone.
Right. Or your other account for Facebook that's not your name and someone else's face.
Yeah, here's my other email address. Don't use the real one. Okay, Natalie, we've got you figured out.
Well, at least she's here.
Yeah. Does that mean I have to make this one a moderator too?
Yeah.
Jim
I
and
guess so.
Christmas. Yeah, okay. She is now. But as I go back to the YouTube, I've got the circle of death. So if you're watching this on YouTube and it keeps freezing and doing weird shit, go to our Facebook page and watch it because it's clear as a bell. And Google doesn't own Facebook.
Yet. Mine's still working. It's not frozen. It's just behind.
Yeah, it's just a little off. Well, and it gets all fuzzy. But I want to throw something out there real quick.
Yeah, let's talk about something.
This isn't really news, but Brian from Bridges Ablaze that we had on a little while ago, Bridges Ablaze, just released a new video with a new song with a video. The name of the song is Apocalypse, and it's been posted on our Facebook page. And holy crap, is it good?
Oh yeah.
The video itself is insane. Very apocalyptic, hence the name Apocalypse. But these guys showcase their guitar skills, if you will, like no other band. I mean, these guys are phenomenal. I love them to death. Those guys are awesome. Kathy has jumped in. Welcome, Kathy. You've been the topic already. And I'm just going to go right back into this. I'm going to pull this up. So if you're watching, you'll be able to see it. If you can't see it because you're listening after the fact, we will describe this. Kathy, can I get an explanation? And I want the real explanation. I don't want the let me post this on Facebook explanation. I want to know why you are drugging your dog.
Drugging?
Yeah. See, I just got another text that said the connection is horrible. Go to Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, Kathy, I would like an answer and for you to explain this to me, please.
She needs context.
Yeah. There's your context. What you're looking at is a picture of her doggy doo, Kiefer, attempting to break into a cup of coffee.
I believe that was just for Kiefer, that entire cup.
That's kind of what I was getting at, but I wasn't really quite sure.
It was early morning.
What dog needs that much coffee that early?
Kiefer.
Obviously. Don't know why I ask. Kathy, don't get quiet now. You've already said hi and what did you miss? Now's your time.
Yeah. Now she's saying, hello, anyone see me? We see you.
Somebody answer, Kathy. Yes, we're literally talking to you right now. Your dog's on the screen.
It's because we're 10 minutes behind.
Oh, yeah, she needs to catch up.
Yeah.
I want an explanation to this. I wonder if she's even watching. Is she just listening?
She always watches.
Kathy, pay attention to your screen. Please.
The picture's not even on the YouTube page yet.
How far back is it?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to make a suggestion to anybody that's watching this on YouTube, since I guess there's some issues there. Switch over to Facebook, because it is very much more up to date, because it's going to be the next 40 minutes that I want to have this photo up just for Kathy to be able to see it. You're right. It is way behind.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It is way behind.
There it is.
See, it's still not on my side. There it is, just now. Holy moly. That's been 30 minutes.
It's a time warp.
It is. There's a song there. Yeah, so why not is not an answer, Kathy. Way to take the fun out of it. Good grief. Yeah, Facebook, spot on.
Yeah, I'm not sure she saw the picture just yet, but
yeah, because she's probably behind. But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, it's a cute picture.
It
looks adorable.
Very, very cute.
That whole point. But it's been ruined by YouTube and their technical issues.
Correct. Well,
So you're talking about Bridges of Blaze, how good that record was, or the song was, the new one.
Yeah.
I will check it out as soon as I can. I hadn't seen it pop up yet, but we like to support those guys because they're very talented, up-and-coming artists. So check it out. It's been posted, you said, on the Facebook page?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So my question for you in regards to last week too is, did you listen to Solid from Ashford and Simpson?
No, I did not.
I sent you the damn video.
No, you did.
This is just like my wife
Oh.
texting me or my girlfriend, whoever. Did you read that? No. And then I sent something. Have you read? I sent something to the wife 3 weeks ago. And guess what?
3 weeks.
Yeah, she still hasn't read it. I'm still waiting for an answer. Yeah. So
I've got a question for you.
I worry when you say that.
I've been meaning to ask you this since it came out, and I keep forgetting. Since you're the resident Swiftie, have you listened to the new record, Dead Poets Society?
I have.
Do you care? Do you like it? What do you think?
It's good. It's Taylor Swift. And yeah, that's really about it. I don't have much to comment about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Anything I heard all sounded a bit the same. But I'm not the fan you are.
Right.
So I thought you would be overjoyed.
No. Just no.
Also, you can buy a coloring book on Amazon.
For what?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's great.
I just saw the article a little bit ago.
That's almost troublesome, bothersome, scary.
I'm going to send it to you. You'll have a Taylor Swift coloring book to go with your listening of Dead Poets Society.
Great.
Yeah.
You better supply crayons too. Speaking of crayons. Speaking of crayons, actually not really. So we've talked about some concerts we've got coming up this summer, actually in the next month and a half. One of them is Creed, and we just found out about 6 days ago, so it was probably like the day after that we had our last episode. But Creed is releasing the 25th anniversary deluxe edition of Human Clay that was released back in 1999. Yeah. This, of course, is the album with all the big hits like Higher, What If, Are You Ready? And, of course, the Grammy-winning With All What Away. That was my
not Eddie.
same difference. Eddie Vedder, Scott Stapp.
They were just on Good Morning America, I think.
Right.
So they're pulling out all the stops.
Oh yeah.
On this, so we've got a release of this significant record by them. They're making appearances, making the rounds, and I've also heard that this tour, the shows are going to be the biggest shows they've done. Like they're pulling out all the stops. There's going to be explosions and pyro and just all kinds of craziness.
What does that mean, pulling out all the stops?
Well, I mean, if you pull out the stops, then nothing can stop things from falling out.
Why would you even stop or have your stops in place if you're going?
Because sometimes you have to conserve.
So that's not giving it your all.
Sure, it's giving it your all, but sometimes you have to conserve.
It's not giving it your all if you still have stops that you have to pull out. That's giving it your mostly, but I have to still pull out all my stops. This 2-disc set includes 21 songs, 21 singles on the first disc, including a strings version of With Arms Wide Open, a live version of Roadhouse Blues, radio edit of Higher, a single version of With Arms Wide Open, the radio edit of What If, and an acoustic version of with Arms Wide Open. Disc 2 features 13 live tracks, live from a 1999 concert in San Antonio, Texas, with all of their normal hits. Are You Ready? Ode, Torn, Say I, My Own Prison. You get the picture.
Is one on there?
Yes, it is actually track number 12 on the live and track number nothing on disc 1.
It's a cool song. I like it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
People moved over to Facebook, so you might check that.
Right. And so be it. I mean, you might, as Kathy pointed out, she may have to rewatch the first 20 minutes on Facebook. Yeah, as you will. Even Natalie moved over, and so be it. That's good. That's what you get. YouTube, Google. That's what happens. So yeah, pretty stoked. It's going to be a good album. 25th anniversary. Still hard to kind of think that it's been 25 years.
Right. And we say that every week with stuff. We talked about 1984. That was 40 years ago, but so many good things came out of that year.
Yeah.
And this being the summer of '99 tour, I bet if you dug up albums that came out in 1999, you would probably find a lot that you like. I bet you would.
I have no doubt.
They might have put a record out. I'd have to look.
I'm kind of looking right now, so let's do that. 1999 top albums. Win the Pawn, Fiona Apple. That's one of my favorites. 9 Inch Nails, the Fragile, the Fragile, if you will, if you're French. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them. I'm not going through all those because I do not remember most of those. 55 records worth revisiting from 1999. Don't know them.
Ruining my.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to find some that are good. And Reba McEntire, So Good Together. That was one of my favorites of all country time. Country time. That's Lemonade.
Oh, that's Lemonade.
Yeah. Fan Mail came out from TLC. That's one of your favorites. I remember that. Yeah. TLC. With timeless hits like Genie in a Bottle and What a Girl Wants, Christina Aguilera's debut album established her as a vocal powerhouse back in 1999.
There's a girl right there that
Careful.
has done nothing in forever.
Oh.
I don't know much about Christina Aguilera, but
no.
It's so interesting to me when some of these people, you've got rock bands that will tour until they die, and I mean not young,
Yeah.
Rob Halford is still touring, and he's 72 years old with Judas Priest. But then you get some of these pop singers. It's like I got famous, I got enough money, I'm good. And I don't know anything about Christina Aguilera. I just know I don't think we've heard from her musically in forever. And another one's Mariah Carey.
We only hear about her in Christmas time.
That's when they, crack open the nutcracker that she's hiding in and release her. And
yeah,
but she put that out a record somewhere. It's not been about 2014 or so, but prior to that, it had been a lengthy period of time, I think. So it's just strange to me. We just don't hear from these people, and you think they'd be trying to stay relevant, or maybe they don't have to.
Yeah, you would think so, but apparently not. The number one album, according to this list, that came out in 1999, Eminem, The Slim Shady. I know that's
those days.
Oh yeah, I know that's on your list of top stuff. So yeah, kind of a bust. I don't know.
He has one or two songs I don't actually mind when they pop on. I couldn't tell you what they are, but I know them when I hear them.
It's fair, I think.
Yeah, I just don't. The Eminem, it's not a bust. You're missing a bunch.
I'm sure I am. I didn't type in rock. Maybe I should have. Here's a band. They did not release an album in 1999, I don't think. But a recent article, an interview with Tommy Shaw on when he thinks that Styx will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His answer is the best answer ever. I hope we all live long enough to find the answer. I mean,
he's not wrong.
No, I mean, considering the amount of bands that have been eligible for however long that never seem to make it, and he just sticks it out there. Well, sure. Just hope we're all live long enough to find out the answer.
Well, I mean, we've had people pass like the year before their band gets in, or something like that.
Right.
And it's so pointless. We could harp on this all day, and we probably will, but because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's they've got the ability to do this stuff, to induct these people, and why is Styx not in there now?
No.
Why did it take so long to get Foreigner in? Why did it take so long Boston's still not in.
Bad company.
There's a bias against 70s AOR bands, I think, for some reason. I don't know what that is, but Styx sold millions and millions and millions of records. And hopefully people don't die before they get in.
Exactly. And to put this in a little bit of perspective for Styx, their debut album, their self-titled debut album, came out in 1972.
Right.
They became eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997.
Right, 1997, and that was right around the time that they had that mini breakup, in the late 80s, and then the whole band gets back together around 1996 with Dennis DeYoung, Tommy Shaw, James Young, the Panazzo brothers, and right then you could have capitalized on that reunion by capping it off with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
At what point do you just stop waiting? We're at 27 years for Styx. And,
right.
Maybe the first few years that they were eligible, it was like, oh, this is it. This is our year. At what point do you just stop waiting?
I don't know. And these bands, they talk about like they don't think about it, but I think they do. I think they don't think about it all the time, obviously. But when that question comes up, they've always got an answer. And usually it's I don't care. But I think that's also something that's a bit of a misnomer, because I think they care.
I think it waters it down.
What does?
Having to wait so long that when you finally get the call, now it's one of two things, or it's a mixture of both. Finally, okay, great, we are in. Why did it take so long? I mean, we're looking at almost 30 years that they've been eligible. And, holy crap, 30 years. And it takes 25 years from the release of your first album to be eligible.
So do you think that the impact of being inducted is taken away when you have to wait so long?
I mean, potentially, I think so. I would still be excited about it, but I would almost be offended that it took so damn long. What are we doing? Are we waiting for a certain generation to get in there and vote? We can say the same thing about sports Hall of Fames. Look at your baseball Hall of Fame. Look at the controversy that continues to follow Pete Rose.
No kidding.
Look at Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, all of these people who could go in it.
Roger Clemens.
But because of PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, they're, not banned. Well, Pete Rose banned for life, but they don't want to put them in because it doesn't count. But yet their record still holds.
Right. You didn't change the records. You didn't put the asterisks there either, did they? They
No.
talked about it.
Yeah, but I think that was just talking a bunch of smack.
Why can't you induct those people? And you can have a whole section for the quote unquote steroid era.
Right. That everybody was doing.
Right. We're talking about the handful of guys that got caught.
Right.
And I think, I think all of them had. There's some proof that all of them were on PEDs at some point, right?
Yep.
Right. Especially when you look at McGuire, Sosa, Bonds, because those guys grew, and I mean physically grew to sights unseen in professional baseball.
Right.
So, yeah, I personally though think, and maybe I'm on an island, but induct them.
Yeah.
They did what they did. They good or bad, they still put up the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, and what I hear a lot of times is that the use of those performance enhancing drugs raises doubts about the authenticity of his achievements. He still achieved it. How more authentic can it be? How do you not know that Babe Ruth wasn't freaking smoking peyote or something every time he went? You know why? Because they didn't check for it back then.
But if you have a pitcher, let's say Clemens, using steroids, pitching to a guy on the other side on steroids, doesn't that level it out?
Right.
And I get it. There's guys out there that were doing it the right way, that fought against that, and maybe they would never make it in, even though their numbers are probably pretty good. But if they had, they didn't want to juice because they didn't want to go to that next level and quote unquote cheat.
Right.
And they may never be in the Hall of Fame. So that's what we're talking about. For every guy that didn't do something to get over that hump, I mean, if you look at, it is crazy. If you look at some of the numbers, look at Mark McGuire's batting average prior to PED use. This is a guy that was Rookie of the Year for the A's, hit 49 home runs. I think the rookie year, 49 home runs, right? Big deal. But just a few years in, injuries lag him down, and he's batting like 211. Yeah. 211. So 5 years into your career, do you want to go down the toilet, or are you going to do something to fix that?
Exactly.
Roger Clemens, same thing. Roger Clemens was not that old when he got released by Boston, the Red Sox. They thought he was washed up. He thought he had gas in the tank. He had gas, it was injectable, but goes to Toronto, wins 2 Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is what it is. I get it. You want to play as long as you can play, and you want to play at a high level. I mean, gosh, we can correlate this to using tracks because I can't sing anymore.
Right.
But I want to go out there. I want to perform somehow, some way. So let's throw some tracks out there. And there's people that don't like that. And maybe I'm hypocritical. I don't like the tracks.
Yeah.
I've said before, if you can't perform to a certain level, hang it up, right? Maybe I should say that about the baseball players that were doing it.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
So what are your plans for March 10th through the 15th of 2025?
Don't know yet.
I've got plans for you.
Okay.
That is the date, March 10th through the 15th, 2025, for the 2025 Monsters of Rock Cruise. And guess what? The lineup is set.
There's like 30 bands, right?
Yeah. This the Monsters of Rock Cruise, it's annual. It bills itself as the world's premier hard rock and heavy metal fan immersive music cruise. It is in its 13th year.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. March 10th through the 15th, Norwegian Cruise Line's Joy. You will You will be deported. You will depart the port of Miami, and it goes to two unforgettable ports of call: Great Stirrup Cay and Nassau. Been to Nassau, very forgettable. Anyway, over 35 artists on multiple stages. Cabins are now on sale, starting at the low price of $2,700 per person. That's not including mandatory taxes and fees. For more information, you can visit monstersofrockcruise.com.
Now,
that's a lot.
You cruise. You
Correct.
cruise often.
Yes.
What's that comparable to any rate you've had?
No, I would pay that total for a cruise, not per person. I think the last one that I did may have been around 28. That's because of adding other things. This doesn't even include, according to this, doesn't include mandatory taxes and fees. I paid less than that, or maybe right about that for two people, and it included all of the taxes, all of the fees, insurance, gratuities, you name it.
Right, and the drink package,
which is totally separate. You got to pay different.
Throw it in there anyway.
Well, okay, sure, yeah, exactly. Great lineup. I mean, it's fantastic. Over 35 bands. I'm just going to go through 30. Tesla, Michael Schenker, Crocus, Extreme.
Right. Crocus, a band that said they were done.
Right.
Not done. They're doing this, so that's kind of cool. Who was the other one you just mentioned? Extreme. Another band you don't see a lot of, but this new album has revived them a bit, so that's kind of cool.
Yep. Winger, Stephen Pearcy, Queensryche, Michael Monroe, who you don't hear much from anymore.
Right, but that would be great. You can see Michael Monroe.
Yeah. LA Guns, The Pretty Maids, Slaughter, Vandenberg, Faster Pussycat, one of your favorite bands, Wigwam.
Yeah.
Lynch Mob, cool. Vixen, Eclipse, Hardcore Superstar, Chris Holmes, Rose Tattoo. Here's one that you haven't heard in forever. Taiketo.
Right. They don't do a lot.
Aldo Nova, Rhino Bucket, Cold Sweat, Hurricane.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
Is Kelly Hansen with them?
I don't think so.
That would be cool if it was.
Let me see if I can. Nope, don't know the rest of those except for the Iron Maidens.
Right, that would be pretty cool.
And Hoekstra and Gibbs.
Who's the Gibbs in Hoekstra and Gibbs?
Barry.
Andy.
I don't know.
Yeah, Joel Hoekstra is a phenomenal guitar player, and that's who they're referring to. Yeah, he's been in Whitesnake, he's been in Night Ranger. He's got solo stuff out there. Got a great solo record that Jeff Scott Soto sings a lot of the tracks on.
Yeah, Brandon Gibbs is who this is. Brandon Gibbs. No idea who he is, and that is horrible because I feel like I should know. Devil City Angels.
Don't know them, but that sounds cool.
No, yeah, exactly. So yeah, great lineup. But not for that price. And what did I say it was? Like, did I even say if it's a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day? 10th through the 15th, no. So it's 5-day. Yeah,
well,
it's 5-day.
Think about it. You got 30 bands that you have the opportunity to see. You're not paying extra to get in to see those bands. That's all inclusive, right?
Yeah.
So this would, it makes sense that it would be a little more expensive.
Sure.
Not a little, but a lot. because bands got to get paid. You got a shot at actually meeting these people. They're going to be out and about. Maybe not everybody, but they're going to be by a poolside. They're going to be playing the shuffleboard, whatever. So that's pretty cool.
So I went to the website, and you can get. So there's pricing and availability. I just told you what it was, $2,700 or whatever it was for two people. I can tell you that right now, just about everything is sold out. They only have. There's a lot of people going on this already. There are also VIP staterooms. Those are all sold out. And they've got some VIP things as well. I'm just curious as to what's included. Let's go VIP experience. So VIP Diamond doesn't give a price. Of course it doesn't. You get a penthouse, a 2-bedroom family villa, or the owner's suite. First priority VIP entry to the main theater. First priority VIP entry to all photo experiences.
Cool.
VIP cocktail mix and mingle, and then VIP gifts and VIP credentials. That's the Diamond. I really wish it would have told the price, because that's what I wanted to know.
Right. But the photo opportunity, that could be fun, because you could just make it your day walking around getting photos taken with rock stars.
Here is your VIP stateroom for 2 guests, you and someone else, for the Diamond VIP Haven Premier Owner's Suite. Price per person. So I got to look close. $18,000
per person.
Per person. So $36,000. You could buy the ship.
$18,000?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never looked into pricing for this stuff, for these types of cruises. And there's a lot of them. Not just Monsters of Rock, but like every band's got their own cruise. Sabaton has a cruise, by the way, that's coming soon.
Please tell me it's on a Viking ship.
I hope so. I hope it's on a Viking ship. And I don't know how many Swedish power metal bands you can fit on one ship that you want to see. But it's limited. But I bet the price is cheaper. $18,000. You could buy a good used truck for that.
You could buy a boat for that. Natalie, the answer is no.
What's the question?
She said, "Come on, take us on that cruise. We are worth $18,000 each." No, I'm not even worth $18,000 for one person. Not happening.
Well, here's the thing too. You got the photo opportunity thing you just talked about,
right?
But is that ruined if you see, Chris Holmes on the Lido deck, and you grab him and your phone and take a picture with him?
Yes, totally.
Or some of these guys shy away from that. Oh, no, you got to pay for the VIP package.
That's a very good question. Are they going to be in the area of other people? Or are they going to be in their own little VIP area so that they don't get bothered by the general
I've been told that it's their choice. I bet, there's a lot of guys that don't mind mingling and walking around, and if you recognize them, you recognize them.
Well,
and you can shoot the shit and maybe get a picture.
That might be okay. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, somebody is. You said they're selling well.
Oh yeah, like super, super good. So there have been YouTube outages reported in the last 24 hours. To go back to the first 5 minutes of this program. If you're having trouble with studio live streaming and a watch page, that's because they are having technical difficulties. This was posted yesterday on X. See, I didn't say the other name.
Formerly Twitter.
See, you did.
I think you have to now. It's like a tagline.
What I will do, though, is I will invite everybody to go with us on our. We have a group that goes on cruises, and we have one scheduled for next year, and everybody should go. We could do the show from the middle of whatever ocean we're in.
Not live. You'd have to tape it.
Oh, absolutely.
You would have the internet.
No, I know that we could tape it.
Yeah,
Does anybody tape anything? We'd have to record it. We can't use tape. We're showing our age. Just saying.
It's a DVD.
We have to deliver it. Recordificate.
If you don't care, I want to circle back to Styx for just a second. Because you brought up Tommy Shaw and the Hall of Fame and that discussion. But they also were in the news because Tommy Shaw has talked about letting go of his resentment list. A resentment list. I don't know how long the list is, but he is finally letting go, which includes long harbored resentment and animosity toward Dennis DeYoung, who is like the founding member of Styx from the first album in 1972.
Right.
Dennis DeYoung is no longer in the band, has not been in the band for a very, very long time. The breakup was acrimonious. Essentially, DeYoung is fired from his he's fired from his own band, and there's been hard feelings both ways. I've said for years that DeYoung should be back, and when you talk about the Hall of Fame, he is, I'm not exactly sure how old DeYoung is, but he is in his mid-70s. And I would like to see that happen before Dennis passes. I hope he doesn't anytime soon. But DeYoung responded to this resentment comment. Basically, he's saying that a quarter of a century after the fact, Tommy Shaw has had an epiphany, noting Shaw's aforementioned praise for a song called The Best of Times from Paradise Theater. They're playing it now, and he's being sarcastic in his responses to this. Basically that one, Mr. Roboto, and other songs that Shaw didn't want to play when they were in their heyday. And now he's coming back to them saying, oh, yeah, we're going to play all these songs that Dennis DeYoung used to sing.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. So Shaw is, I don't know if he's offering an olive branch out there saying, hey, I'm letting this go. But I think DeYoung's still a little bitter, a bit.
Well, that's what happens when you're 77 years old.
77.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can still belt it out, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But 77, and the clock is ticking on this Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and pull out all stops and do this.
Tommy is no spring chicken, but he's quite a bit younger. Pull out the stops.
Right. Pull out.
That sounds like an old Coast Guard term anyway.
No.
Like you got to pull out the stops on the boat so we sink or whatever.
No. And Tommy Shaw's 70. So, he's getting there. No, he's 70. 70.
Wow. Did not know that. I was thinking mid-60s.
No, you were close. That's close.
So 70 years old.
Right.
Yeah, they lost an original member a long, long time ago, the drummer, John Panazzo. So that's one that's been down for a long time. And now we got these other guys that are still hanging around. I hope you don't just sit around waiting for that.
Exactly. Next thing you know, you're going to be like Sebastian Bach and Skid Row. Damn it.
Oh, man, I avoided anything Skid Row related.
Damn it. All right. You know what? Don't worry about it. So somebody's recently put a smile on James Hetfield's face.
Oh, that's good.
Get your mind out of the gutter. It's not like that. Yeah. So James Hetfield recently said that a new band surprised him and made him smile. He was doing an interview with somebody that was transcribed by somebody else. He was listening to Sirius XM and came across a band that he was listening to, and they made him kind of smile. And I guess by smile, he means like, yeah.